Hi everyone, welcome back to Julian's Garden. So this is the second tour of my front yard, and at the end of January 2022. So a few months back I did give you a tour of my front yard, what was going on that time, and now few months later I just want to give you an update to see how everything doing right now. So on this side you still can see the pine tree. I do need to report it though. Look at that, because I got seed pots or seed container and the pine tree for a few years now. I need to really to report it. And in this side I got pomelo tree. Now it was much yellower than this, and I have to bring it out into the sun. Now we are in late afternoon now, so the sun fades away because this is not facing window. But since then I did see all the greens of the leaves. They progress. They got more green, dark green, but before that mostly they were so yellowing. And last year I got some fruits we tasted and it was delicious. Highly recommend it. And this year it got flower and got fruit. I picked most of the fruits off, but I think I lost or I missed one. And you can see I still have one here. So I thought, okay, I will keep it for this season as well. And my lemongrass bushes are doing very well, and some succulent pots over here. Now I don't grow much of succulent, so I just grow lots of few types that are very hardy to our area, because I don't want to bring on inside and carry them on outside in the spring, and I just don't have enough room for indoor or for them to be inside like that. And here another exciting thing is my sesame mandarin produce a lot of fruit, and this variety is ripening before the frost hits. So that is exciting. You can see the fruit much better. Look at that, and it's very healthy, and they produce quite heavy fruit as well. And come over here, I got a lot of blue strawberry, and they continue producing. You see a lot of fruit there. A lot of fruit actually. So if you grow the strawberry, make sure you cut the runners, because if you leave the runner on, they just kind of stop producing flower and turn into the fruit, because they just try to making babies. And this is our lemon scented pelargonium. If you see the video that I show you to do cutting, some of the blooms still left there, but most in the front they kind of finish blooming already. And they got tiny miniature rose. This is I got in bundling last year actually, $7. And my lemongrass bush, the little bush over here, and the variegated kumquat doing very well, come back very well after the damage from the frost. This year it doesn't produce any bloom for me yet though, so I will have to protect it this winter. And more strawberry. I'm sorry about the sunlight. And lemongrass bushes again, and this another sesame mandarin. So this bush I let it to fruit last year. At the end it didn't grow much because all the energy produced to grow the fruit. But this year I take all the fruit or flower off, so I want the tree to grow as the other one. And come all over this way. I'm sorry about the sunlight. And this is the rose, finished blooming already, the witch rose. And some more succulent this side as well. Hopefully in the future they will all cover in this kind of tub actually. And I think this is the purple heart. And now it all die up in the winter and now shooting up again. So that's looking really good, and look very contrasting to that white dahlia. Looking very nice. And this is my grapevine. Look at that, a lot of fruits. So excited. So this is the second year it produced the fruit. Last year I didn't have much at all, only a few. But this year, a lot. So I'm so excited, very happy. Very healthy as well. And this side as well. So now this is only one variety of the grape, okay? And the trellis of nearly 5 meter length, run from here all over there. You can see it just grow very big, and I did trim a lot. And this is my blackberry bush finished fruiting. We pick on the berry, and I cut all the cane that produce the berry this season, and I just kind of chop and drop. So a few more months, all of this cane will turn into very good mulch or compost for the blackberry, and together with the grapevine this side as well. So I got 3 California bushes. The leaves, they are very unusual, and I love them. They haven't pushed out any bloom this year yet. They will bloom a little bit later of the summer. And here's a lot of I don't know, a lot of flower, and you can see I got gladiolas. I didn't intend to buy that color, very orangey and bright, but I think I quite like it now together with its rose. Actually, originally I bought the very deep dark red color, deeper than this rose, but it turned out very orangey, so maybe it's nicer than the very deep red color. Just something popping up between them. And this is our flowering dogwood I just planted in spring, and it seems doing quite fine actually. Haven't got any sign of what is that, heartburn or sunburn since the last video I told you, of last garden tour I told you. So that is a very good sign. And down there, lots of daylilies. I think it's very tall though. I think that one might be called the Christmas lily. Someone gave it to me, and now they're doing very well, very tall. And this is lilies, another type of daylilies I got. I use a lot of them. I gave away a lot actually for my friends and for my neighbors for Christmas. Quite big bouquets for each of them. And here, this rose still blooming, so beautiful, and beautiful flower as well. And here another pot of the gladiolas, and this seems doing well too. I got another pot here. This pot not doing well at all actually. I don't know, and maybe rust. And I know that the snail have been eating them. Look at that. And down over there, I got some in there. I think at the end, the nursery just kind of gift to me to get it to me for free. So they are a little bit dry, and I know that there's some. They come up there. I'm sorry you can't see clearly, but they are there. And the handlebars behind the roses there, they're doing well too. And come along this way. And a little bit of mess over here. So the cherry tree, we have it a lot, and it seems doing well too. And I got 2 yellowing twig dogwood going very well. And down there, they love all the rains that we got. So we have very beautiful show in the winter with very bright yellow stem. And so come along this way. What is it? My hydrangea candlelight starting to bloom or opening now. Beautiful big bloom, and they will turn to very deep pink color when they are aged. Let me come a little bit closer. You can see what's their bloom look like. Okay, quite big bloom. What is that? Oh, I'm loving it. Very big bloom. I'm going to try to do some cutting of this though, because I love this variety very much, and it got very dark pink stem. Can you see that? And with the Japanese maple, I just replanted or transplanted from the pot into the ground in the spring or late winter, and it's doing very well. And down over here, penstemon finished blooming. I cut them back or cut all the spans bloom off. And foxgloves just kind of falling over here. We got very big storm yesterday, and the yellowing lilac there still doing well. And our cavern bush, I have it this some the other day. I have to trim back though because it's falling over too much on this side. for the hellebores underneath this. Can't wait for this hellebore to bloom though. In fact, one of them is blooming. Let me show you. This one a little bit funny though, weird season, but I think it was shaded so much of the currant bush, so that's why it still have a little bloom. And down over here, some of the roses, I do need to fertilize this rose though. I just fertilize this and green again, like this one, green, and now it turned yellow again. Oh, I'm not sure I like this variety. And this variety, they have quite a few black spots as well. I don't think I like it, but I love the bloom, so that's why I'm still keeping them. This one, crocus, David Austin. Maybe they just don't like our humid and so much of rain this season. And come along this way, I got some few color lily in here, a little bit messy. This is quite sentiment, beautiful color. I hope I can show you when they are in bloom. And here, quite messy here, but I show you anyway. I still have just Joey rose bush. I think I will put it in the ground very soon. But over here, this Gallipoli centenaries rose. Lots of blue. Normally bright red is not my color, but I quite like it now actually. And down over there as well, that sedum I need to pull it down because it's just squashed that rose bush very much. And this little lane, I did put some walkway or some stepping. And look at it, so full. And over on this side as well, let me walk back a little bit. Everything looks so nice. Let me walk inside here so I can show you some of the roses. They're blooming beautiful at the moment. This one out of bloom already, but rebloom again. And this is just Joey, the bush from my neighbor a few years ago. She gave me this bush getting old. I might take it out. It still has few bloom and few new growth, but it doesn't productive or produce much of bloom as the new rose or the young rose that I planted on this side as well. So in this side, I did fix some of the roses. They were so yellowing, but look at the leaves. They are turning very green at the moment. And a lot of salvia, blue salvia over here and more over there. I did plant 3 geranium that I grew from seed. You can see little plant here and there. And by the way, if you remember, I got one native bush in here and it kind of died actually. And I think it's too wet, but because it doesn't like our rich soil and so much rain. So that's why I replace it with beautiful lilac color. And if you watch I think one of my backyard garden tour, I think I show you this type of lilac tree. So I decided to plant in this spot here. And below there or underneath there, behind these 2 bushes, I got some peony rose in there. I just put a container there to cover the sun for the peony rose. This is our elderberry. It's got a lot of berry now and still a lot of flower blooming. Can you see the berry? That's it. And here Benjamin Britten. And I did repot it. This pot, this row, it was in a little pot near to our front door, but I repotted in a big, huge pot actually. So I hope that this pot will stay here, or this rose will stay here at least for several years. Look at that. And some of the rose here, they're blooming beautiful. Oh, I forgot the name of this one. What do we call that, this one? Suddenly I forgot the name. I will try to put the name on the screen, but beautiful. And a lot of bud as well. And that one is the same. Let me walk up here. Look at that. Beautiful. So if you watch some of my original video, I got very big pine tree in this area. But now the pine tree is gone. So a lot of plant kind scorched by the sun. And look at this, all the sunburned. It doesn't like it. And so does the elderberry on this side as well. They love shade. but it just only got sunburn on the top. At the bottom here, it got covered by all the leaf on the top, so it still look very nice. And I don't mind this because they go very big. It's very easy to trim them up as well as squash with the magnolia. And I keep walking this way. This is the pink illusion. This is a new rose for me, and I think the new variety last year as well. But look at it. Oh, the bloom, beautiful. Beautiful. It doesn't have much of scent at all actually, but it's beautiful one. And I got 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. And if you watch my garden tour a few months ago, the leaf was so yellowing. Now they're getting better, but some of them still a little bit yellow. I don't mind it because they're getting better. Look. So hopefully they get their very dark and green shiny like this one actually. I just plant some tuber rose, I all bought, and they're coming up very well. Look at it. The tuber rose very famous in Vietnam and on the side as well because they got beautiful scent. My mother, she loves the tuber rose a lot. I didn't know we got tuber rose in Australia, and some of the roses over here, but blooming beautiful. And this bush, some kind of yellowing as well. So I think I might give it some extra fertilizer. And some of the roses on this side doing very well as well. They have very dark green shiny leaves. This one called dark designs. This one kind of fades away already. Let me come a little bit on this side. I can show you the fresh bloom, what it look like. Beautiful one. Oh, look at that. It got quite good scent as well, I think. Let me snip it a little bit. Yes, kind of subtle scent. But anyway, very clouded over here. And this one, Endeavour, I think. I try to put the name on the screen though. I got 3 of those, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And look at the foxglove, doing so well. Let me walk out of this area a little bit. And my daylilies doing so well as well. Let me show you. They're blooming all the time. And the salvia and more foxgloves. They're so big. They bloom on underneath here, all the way up here. And they're still blooming. They're often sending down a lot of other baby bloom stock as well. Example like this one. You can see one plant can produce a lot of bloom stock. Beautiful. Daylilies finished already. And some of the roses, they finished blooming, but now they're sending new flowering buds as well. Can you see that? And on this side as well. Let me show you my allium. Not allium, what do you call it? Allium drumstick. And look at it, the bees here. Looking beautiful. I think I want to buy some more of these. Look very good. And some of the little feijoa I just planted a few months ago. You believe that? And it sent out bloom as well. Let me work on this side. I did a lot of trimming and I just put the trimming on the soil. Just kind of like use a mulch and bring a lot of nutrients for the plants in the future. And here look, this feijoa I planted a few months ago. Kind of in the middle of winter actually. And blooming. And so does this one as well. But squashed by the salvia. Look at this monster salvia. I don't mind it because this one I'm going to replace that butterfly bush over there. I'm going to bring or dig it a feijoa to that position. So yes, everything going very well. Let me go to the other side. Alright, so here in the other side of the butterfly bush, come along this way and walk into our walkway into the front door. And look at this, all the feijoa blooming so beautiful, but the birds loving them very much. They love the petals. So lastly, I just wondering why they didn't come to eat my raspberry bushes at the back, berries at the back, and so I did. I went out here most every morning and see tons of birds. Oh, no, not tons, but few birds. They just stay on the feijoas and try to eat the petals, I think, or the nectar. But down over here, let me show you some of the plants in here. Some of the roses in here I got last year. They okay, but they're not doing amazing either. Let me show you some of the bloom. Look at that. But I love this one very much. It's very deep, dark velvet bloom. Oh, the little bee. If I can remember the name. And that's one hydrangea. Oak leaf hydrangea falling over. It's raining now, by the way. I think it rained before I woke up as well. So they kind of flop over. And tiny little dahlia. I don't remember this variety though, but they just tiny little cute bloom pom-pom. And another rose. Again, it got very deep dark red bloom. This one kind of faded away already. It doesn't have much of scent, by the way. And look at it, if you can see that dahlia. It just have huge bloom. Let me come over that side and show you. And that crepe myrtle doing very well as well. And some of the daylily in the front, the apricot color, doing so well too. Look at that. Very pretty color. And come along this side, I got some sedum. I didn't know they're sending down bloom like this actually. Look at it, the blooms are quite tall. It's very interesting. I just thought I put some pieces here near the ground cover. So they're falling on the edge of the concrete, looking nice. But they're getting so big. Garden of Rose, blooming beautiful. And again, David Austin, Olivia Austin, beautiful. Blooming so well and the bush is so healthy. I can smell of their scent as well. Over here too, because I got two bushes. By the way, they quite it's not difficult to grow the rose from cutting. So maybe I will show you how to grow rose from cuttings. When you got the hang of it, so get some tips and then you can do it. I didn't know before I got a lot of trouble to grow rose from cuttings. That's for your eyes only. So this area, oh by the way, if you remember, I got two very big rows of penstemon on this side and the other side of garden bed. I dig them up because they go quite tall on over here, and I want something lower so I can see through to the garden bed as well, because I don't want something too tall. Anyway, I replaced them with some chrysanthemum. This chrysanthemum, originally I bought one bush, and after that I took the cutting and then I multiplied them with several bushes. And from last autumn I bought one of the bushes actually, but they're all budding up for the autumn now. And this variety, they don't go tall, so that is very nice. They just grow like this and very easy to pull them up. They don't grow very old and falling over like traditional mums or traditional chrysanthemum. So that is very nice. I really love the color as well. And so I'm so happy, and also I can take a lot of cutting and just until the plants around the garden as well. Oh, and black snake elderberry is still blooming. Look at that. Oh, beautiful scent. And here's a berry, if you want to see the berry of black snake elderberry. Look at that. Maybe we'll show you how to make wine. Elderberry wine we made last year. Beautiful. I don't know much about the wine though. If you do that video, my husband, he had to be on the video and explain. Here's a dahlia. Look at that. Ew. I think 20 centimeter across. This is 2 years old bush, by the way. Lucky I put some stick around it so it's not falling off by the rain. Alright, so here is obviously the next morning because after that I film on the other side. I have to went inside because of the rain. And here the same in the front look quite similar like the other side with the hedge of feijoas and of course they blooming so well. So many bloom, look at that. And especially it was the magpie and all the crow just jump all over it. You see all the branches bending over because they just I don't know what they've been doing. They eat the nectar or they eat the petal. I'm not sure, but maybe some of it they set the food already. Look at that. And in the front here, I got some dianthus finish blooming. I did trim them back. I think they will flush out another bloom very soon. I do need to tidying up though. And again, see the tie with sedum, the same as the other one. I did some deadhead thing yesterday with this rose bush. Garden the rose and some beautiful bloom left, so I still keeping them. And come on this side. Loving this color, this orangey rose, really blooming already. I did that had them. And this is a hookjua. This one is been blooming since the spring. And it's on and on. It's never stopped the bush. Loving it. And this one is got a delightful Bakfuma rose. I wish that I can show you the bloom though. I got another bush on the other side. I will show you maybe a little bit later because it got beautiful rosettes, beautiful rose shape as well. And the same as the other side of garden bed. I told you I did have a kind of row on this side of the dark red penstemons. And I pulled all of them out because I don't want something too tall, after that I can't quite see what's going on. So in the meantime, I just put some calla lilies in here. And look at that, I got giant weeds. Let me pull this one out a little bit. Look at that. And I did put some little dianthus in here as well. Before, I thought that three of these roses, the father love, I thought they were very dark, deep red color, but it turned out very deep pink. Look at that. But the bloom is so big and got beautiful scent too. So at the end it turned out quite well to match with the color of these two little dianthus. This one and that one. I might change though. Because I always changing. And this is the rose bush that I grew from the cutting last year and it did so well. Finished blooming, some of very faded petals already, but still have some buds budding up. And here another one starting to bloom. This one not my favorite because I just like to have it as soon and just do the cutting from my neighbors. The old variety seems they take the cutting so well actually. They root very well. And three little hydrangea in the video a lot long ago. I planted them because I grew them from the cutting and they are doing well at the moment actually. And down over here, that bush is quite sentiment. It got beautiful color actually. I got a little bush of what is this one? Dahlia here. It's not quite in bloom yet, but I just come a little bit closer and show you. They got very deep dark red purple color. But I think next year I'm gonna dig it and put it somewhere else because this corner is shaded too much. Both in the front and the back. In the front, they got the feijoa. At the back, they got the pomegranate that shade too much. And here my beautiful pomegranate is blooming beautiful. So this is the third season. It in been the ground or the third year that I bought it and I planted it. It received full suns and have quite good water or quite adequate water throughout the season. If the weather is hot, I just turn the drip equation on, and last year it got only few plumes, but look at this year, so many plumes. So I did some pruning at the beginning of the spring, but these branches just keep hanging over like this. So I thought that I think I just might cut the branches off as well, because there's no point keeping it here, because it can't stand up anywhere except I have to stack it or ties it's up together like this, and this one doesn't have any bloom, so I think I might trim it off. But I loving it, the pomegranate. It look like some of the fruit have set because it have been blooming for several weeks already, and the flower haven't dropped off yet. So I hope that they got pollinated. Maybe. Do you think so? Please let me know if you have any idea how your pomegranate doing. And some of the hebe doing so well too. 3 of the hebes. Look at that. And this is one color of my gladiolas are blooming beautiful actually. Look like apple. It blooms so strong. But I think after they blooming, maybe in the winter I will dig them up and planting somewhere else. I think I got the better space for them, because and I will plant them a little bit deeper so they won't falling over like this by the wind, by the storm. But here in this corner, not much of thing blooming because they just kind of pass out about their flush. This row finished blooming, the other one blooming. That one I might find a video because I did film it not long ago. I might put on the screen together in this video as well. And this beautiful color lily, we have beautiful dark red chocolate color. You can see that kind of fade away. But this one in the front as well, the same one, but fade away already. And my strawberry tree, they still have some fruit there. And this is another, what is it? The twilight zone. Now, twilight zone, I got 2 bushes, and I don't think they are very good disease resistant though. So they going like flash. So they going very healthy again like this. After that they finish blooming. After that they looking sad again. And after that they grow again. I mean they were pushing out another flash and more leaving out. After that they finish. And most of the leaves they dropping up and they just do the on the cycle like that. And I got another bush on the other side. They do the same. Some hotjar in here doing very well. I do have some weeds in there though. I need to pull them out. And here the peony rose bush as well. This is some of the new roses I got this year. This one, the lady gardener. This is not finished blooming already. But this one, I think this one called Elysium field, I think. Oh, this one do amazing. I got 3 bushes, so this is only one. I got 2 on the other side. I might show you already. But they got beautiful color, and the stem is holding so strong, and full cluster of the row of the flower. Look at that. But some of it kind of fade already, and they try to get the fading flower off. Look at that. And yes, look at it. And it's so healthy. I have to say that it's very healthy. And this is Leonardo Vinci. If you watch my last video garden tour in the front, it got huge, so big. I have to trim the back. I keep some of the stem, but I did trim some of them very hard down at the bottom there. You can see that. And this is my chocolate. What is it? Chocolate cosmos. It come back very late actually, and the only one bloom back at the moment. But I thought that it did not survive through the winter, but it survived, doing so well actually. And here I'm gonna swing into this side some seaside daisies, some strawberry. I just use them like the ground cover in this corner. And here's some strawberry. Look at that. I can pick them soon though, before the birds try to eat them. And a lot of them in there too. And 2 little olive trees. I need to trim this one a little bit though. This one kind of out of shape. And here is one of the rows. I told you this one is delightful purple man like on the other side. Oh, beautiful scented big bloom. So healthy. This one's so healthy. And this bush of western shade just falling over. I will trim some of the branches out of the shape like this. Look at that. I got one bush of meatonberry in here. It's blooming. I lost one of the bush last year after I dig it up because I didn't like it. Because it was very cold weather last year, all wet and cold. And this one I put it next to my concrete edge like it, and it like it because it receives some heat from the sun, so it protect it or warm it up, you know. And here some of the roses, again quite messy. This one is not too bad. This one the sugar moon, beautiful scents. And here's another garden of rose. Oh god, so messy. This one is a quite fresh bloom. Let me show you this one. This is beautiful though. Ignore all the mess. Oh, can't believe it. Hellebore is blooming. Can you see this? This is my hellebore. And it's blooming in the middle of summer. Oh, I can't believe that. Oh, here's another one. It's blooming in the middle of summer. And come over here. I did organize, I tried to pull out of some of the old time bushes. And I just plant 3 little bushes of dianthus. One I didn't plant, I just stuck the pot down because I know that in the future I'm gonna net all the heads of the feijoa, and inside there they can choose shady. So I think I will take the pot out and put it somewhere else. And yeah, so just the same way, and you can see the whole feijoa hedge over there. And I still loving the blue gladiolus. Can you see that? Okay, may I show you very quick tour around my round garden bed in the middle there. Alright, so not much going on over here except some of the roses are blooming. This is Jubilee celebration. Beautiful. It do need some support though. I do find that if sometimes they send a very long stem up like this, I have to put the stick to support it, otherwise it just fell over. The kite fade away already. And I got a lot of rust sensation here, and of course it fell over after all the rain last night or yesterday. But I think next year I might dig them out, plant something else, because in the middle I got one cherry tree in there, and I want it to have very good airflow, because otherwise they got more disease if you don't keep your cherry very good airflow. And this is another rose that's someone gave to me. I digged it up in the spring. This one beautiful one. I think it's called Heritage Rose. I might be wrong though. And over here, it's more some of the new roses as well. I think this one is called blue. What is that? The moonstone. Look at that. But they fall over, and some are blooming kind of messy. But I'm showing you anyway. But it's some of you might be interested in to see what the flower look like when they are in their prime. Look at that. This is very good. It got big bloom, but it doesn't have much scent tone. Very subtle scent. So that's it. The bees all over all the rust sensation though. Look at that. All the bee here. So that is all the video today. I hope you enjoy it, and you might want to see the progress or how the garden going. Oh, I just heard about the magpie just jump over the feijoa bush. And thank you so much for watching, and see you in next video. Bye bye.